Hey there, I've been working on some interactive diagrams that I think are going to really up the engagement for students, especially if you're doing distance learning right now. So let me show you what they look like. All right, I'm going to show you two samples. I'm going to show you one for biology on biomes and a second one on the rock cycle for earth science teachers. So this biomes one, when they open up the link, this is the first thing they're going to see. There's a little introductory video they can watch on biomes, what's the human impact on biomes, what causes different biomes, and again, they can click on all of these and read and get information. And what are the biomes, and then they're going to go explore each one. So when they open up each biome, there's these icons they can click on so they can see in the desert what is the weather and climate like. So this climatograph shows precipitation and temperature in the desert for a year, what plants live there, what animals live there. When they click on this one, it's going to open up a Google Earth. So this opens up to Saguaro National Park, which is in my home state of Arizona, so they can see what does a desert actually look like if they've never been to one before. And then where are deserts located? So each of the biomes includes a graph that's color-coded, and they can see where they're located. So again, there are all of the biomes listed, and they have the same information or the same categories on each one. Here is an example of one for earth science. It's on the rock cycle, so they can click on any of these and learn more about igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks. So if we click on sedimentary, what are sedimentary rocks? So they can read about the different types. There's a YouTube video on sedimentary rocks. Again, a Google Earth. So if they want to see what do sedimentary rocks look like, then they can go through. Again, I'm a little biased, but this is Arizona. So they can see the sandstone, which is really beautiful. Where in the rock cycle are we? So we're right here, located on sedimentary and how they form. And then pictures of different types of sedimentary rocks. And they can go through, well, if I'm at sedimentary, what happens if I melt? And then I go to igneous. Well, what happens if I undergo heat and pressure? Then I go to metamorphic. When students have finished working through the diagram, each of the activities comes with an editable Google form quiz. If you don't use Google Classroom, then you can still assign this in another platform like Canvas or Microsoft Teams. So this is editable. They can go through and do it as they go through the interactive, and then you can change any of the questions if you want, and it's also self-grading, so when they are finished, it will automatically grade it for you and hopefully save you a lot of time. All right, so how could you use these with students? First option, you could use them to supplement a lesson. So after you've already gone through the lesson with the students, if you want to give a little bit of extra supplemental information, you could give students the link and they could work through that if you have computers in your classroom. You could also use them for remediation. So say you went through the lesson and you have a couple students that are still struggling and they just need extra practice, then they could do them if you have like an advisory period, like a study hall, they could do it at home on their own time for extra practice. Another option is a flipped classroom model. So a lot of teachers are trying out having students learn the content before they come to class on their own. So you would give them the link at home, they would go through it, take notes, learn the information, and then come to class prepared to dive a little bit deeper into that content. And then lastly, another option is for absent students. We all know that it's a pain when students come back to school after they were absent and say, hey, what did I miss? And you can't go through the whole lecture again just for that student. So you could give them the link, say, hey, go through the content. If you have questions, then come to me and we can discuss just those few points instead of having to review the whole lesson. So I think they're really versatile and there's a lot of different ways you could use them. I have been working on lessons for biology and earth science, so if you click the link in the description, then you can go ahead and check those out.